Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Stories 3, where today I'm going to be making attempts to defeat Namielle. I've gotten the 3 repels needed to get its starting HP down to 30%. All that's left is to actually beat the thing. Though I am going to change my equipment, which I don't do in there. I do down here. I've been going with these 3 weapons for my previous repels. Though I looked up some strategies to see if I could find some ways to get a little closer. And apparently using this gun lance is recommended. And also changing the armor out for the Namielle armor. Been using the Brachy armor because it comes with Tenacity S, which is very helpful. Bombardier L is also kind of good, considering Blast Blight is our primary source of damage. But if I can survive longer and better, then yeah, having Stamina Surge is going to be potentially useful. And then as for my monsties, I've got a purple Gypceros, a blue-purple Gypceros, an Espinas, and 2 Dread Queens. I wish I had them at higher starting kinship. You can get that up to 10 if you grind enough battles. I got bored and stopped after like 30 battles. So yeah, we're going in with not as much as possible. Also, my previous repels I did with Eleanor and not Ogden. Though apparently Ogden is just way better than Eleanor. Eleanor I was using because she gives tenacity when she's at 1 heart, and also sometimes she gives it at other times as well, for no discernible reason, but either way. It's Namielle time. Hey there, Outlander. Okay, so for starters, we have our bird try for a tail stun. And whether it gets it or not, this daring guard will keep us from hurting. Okay, no stun. That is not ideal. We want to see the stun. But that doesn't mean this isn't doable. It just means that we're going to be a little bit more at the mercy of RNG later.
Come on, everyone.
And I need to make sure that we get back up to 3 hearts before turn 4. But for now, if you can sweet spot, you sweet spot. But then again, I need to get my blast coating up. Yeah, Curbster, this is in fact more of the trial. I am trying to defeat Namielle in the trial.
Thank you.
Because it is doable. And I want to do it. Even though if I do manage it, I am absolutely not going to use Namielle in my actual playthrough until such a time as we are expected to beat this thing, you know, like level 75-ish. But I want to have it.
No.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay, and this turn, I believe, is... yeah, this is the Nami Torrent. So we need to get our Vital Essence.
That helps.
Honestly, I should have told my bird to tail stun there. Ooh, nice evade. Because having a tail stun would have increased the chances that we don't get hit by this. Then again, getting hit by this would be fine at this point. I'm still going to have my bird tail stun, and I'm going to go for a quick shot. Quick shot has priority and can apply blast. And the reason that I'm okay with this heart loss is because that gets me my stamina back. And now, what we can do is we can, again, quick shot and tail stun just to get ourselves some extra kinship build, which hopefully will be enough.
Good going.
But it looks like it's not enough. Oh, no, it is enough. Nice. Okay, at this point, we can afford a sweet spot. I just need to have kinship before the next attempted Nami torrent.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
And this should be it. Yep, sure is. So we hop on our bird, and then we toss a surrogate gem, which makes us dodge the Nami torrent, which is just great on the face of it. And the reason that's extra great is we get to stay riding for this Nami Surge, I believe it's called. Or Nami Blast. Yeah, we get to stay riding, and therefore the Nami Blast does not take our hearts.
No!
Sorry, everyone.
Watch out!
Hey there, Crab. This fight is kind of rough, but I'm at almost the roughest part of it. The actual roughest part will start once the HP bar gets to about the last E of Namielle.
Counting on you.
But we are in the phase 2 of the fight at this point. And I can afford a sweet spot right now, so let's sweet spot. Nice, we got the Nox Poison. Okay, and this is a cancelable Nami Torrent.
Let's go!
Nami Torrent is not usually cancelable. Usually Namielle will try it again the next turn or one extra turn after if you do cancel it with something. But when it's in this state, the water depleted state, it is cancelable and does not come back. So we're going to have a tail stun and a quick shot. Hopefully the quick shot gets us a blast.
Hey, this will do it!
Nice.
Excellent!
And there we go. We got the stagger, so no Nami Torrent there. And now Ogden's back up. And looks like we might have a Glimmer Strike incoming. If we do, what is my answer? I could Daring Guard, but doing that doesn't help my bird. So our choices then, if this is... Hang on, I need to take a quick look. I've got a sheet somewhere with Namielle's actual moves it uses when. So, yeah, Glimmer Strike. It is cancelable, but we basically need a stun to happen. Our choices are either get a stun and survive that way, or I use Daring Guard and Ogden's defensive ditty goes off before the thing and then my bird dodges. Which I think the chances of getting a stun if my bird goes for tail stun and I go for sweet spot is slightly higher. So we're gonna go for that. Come on, stun. No stun. Okay, so this is a failed attempt. Unless we get 2 dodges right now. Oh, it wasn't Nami Torrent. Okay, good. Or it wasn't Dazzling. Or whatever I said. It wasn't the words. It wasn't Glimmer Strike. That's it. So, hey. We lucked out. He is using Magnificent Trio. That is totally fine. We are welcoming that. How's my Rathian? Okay, yeah, she's not doing great in terms of kinship. We need to build kinship, which is primarily done by hitting Namielle in the face with a hammer.
Hey!
That helps.
And there's our blast. Okay, Ogden is riding, but he's not helping. This is another case where we need a stun, I'm pretty sure. This is probably a Nami Torrent. If we can get rid of the last bit of Wyvernfell gauge here, then we'll get a knockdown and be totally fine. If we get a stun, we will also be totally fine. Okay, good. Thankfully, Chirpy did just enough Wyvernfell damage for us to get through that. So now we just have to let a power attack ride, and I can't afford to sweet spot or do anything really, so that's unfortunate. Because during knockdowns, it takes more Wyvern Soul damage, which, if I had the ability to do Wyvern Soul damage, would be great. But I don't. So I guess we just fire an arrow and hope for another blast proc.
Good one.
Nice job. Classic.
And yeah, Crab, blast is so useful because it does 1400 damage. Whereas if we do not get a blast, we do not deal 1400 damage.
Counting on you.
Poisons are great too, but blast is by far the fastest damage we can deal. Do I want to actually Toxic Sweep, or do I want her to just do a standard speed attack? I think we Toxic Sweep here. Doing a standard speed attack does have the benefit of allowing us to double attack it, which generates more kinship, but I think what matters more than kinship is doing just more Wyvern Soul damage. So we are going to Sweet Spot along with that Toxic Sweep. Come on, Nox Poison. No Nox Poison. Okay, Rathian wants to Solar Cry. I would love to let her, but we need to generate kinship.
Go.
Without kinship, this fight is lost. And looks like I am out of stamina again, so we're just going to go ahead and fire a shot at the wing and hope for a blast proc.
Now's the time.
Yay, blast!
Nice.
And if it wants to Glimmer Strike now, we can easily stop it. It does not want to Glimmer Strike now, and that Venom Surprise is going to get rid of whatever the Namielle wants to do, as well as it's gonna get the stagger. That's a little unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and Sweet Spot to start working on the next Wyvern Soul gauge after the Venom Surprise.
Okay. Got him.
Excellent.
All right, we've got enough kinship to ride. So now I need to swap to my other bird and start building kinship there.
Counting on you.
And since I don't have anything else to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and double attack with my hammer, because that can at least have a chance to refresh the poison duration. We can't get a second blast rolling.
All right. Counting on you.
Okay, is this a cancelable thing? Maybe. What do I want to do here? Hang on, looking at my cheat sheet. So this is a relatively fast water mantle. I don't know what it's doing here. Maybe I should have used a Vital Essence at some point prior to now. But then again, I can't Daring Guard right now. I don't have the stamina, so it wouldn't really matter. I guess we just try for a stun. Hopefully we get it. No stun. Alright, so we need a double dodge or this is a failure. We did not get a double dodge. So, failed attempt. We're going to see several of those, most likely. And when we fail, we return to title screen. And then we go right back in. I spent about 2 hours on attempts last night. So yeah, this isn't going to be... It isn't likely to be a quick process. But I'm here for the long haul. I can actually stick around until... 5 a.m. or so my time. So that's a good... almost 9 hours. Okay, but we want our bird to tail stun first. And we want me to Daring Guard. Again, no stun early, which means we are more susceptible to RNG late.
Come on, everyone.
And let's get our blast coating up. Nice, an early poison.
Thank you.
And let's get a meteor hammer going.
That helps.
And yeah, Outlander, when it comes to breaking out the caffeine, I also brought myself some tea, so like, yeah. Okay, we're gonna try for a stun here, but in case we don't get it, we do still want this Vital Essence. Looked like Ogden dodged that. I would have loved to see me dodge it instead. Wait. Wait, what? How?
I won't give up.
I don't know how I lived, but I'll take it. I don't like that this attack is coming at me, but it is interruptible. Let's use a quick shot to make absolutely certain it gets interrupted.
Now's our chance. Now's your chance.
But now we actually need a stun. Because if we don't get one, things will go wrong. Or I could use a Vital Essence. Let's play both angles. I don't have the stamina to do anything else anyway.
No.
Though that does mean that I'm not allowed to have any more knockdowns for the rest of this fight. And looks like we absolutely require a stun right now or we lose. Which means we have to sweet spot. Hey, we got the stun. And now we can hop on up. It just did Nami Torrent, which means this is the other one, which means we can actually save our... We can save our surrogate gem for later. Neat. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a tail stun just for the Wyvern Soul damage. Oh, thank you, Ogden. Okay, now to swap. Or do I need to swap? I mean, if I do swap, then we'll at least have access to greater stamina to use for tail stuns and stuff. So swapping is probably to my benefit.
Let's go.
So we swap to Otherbird. And I don't want to get the Wyvern Soul stagger just yet, so I'm going to go for a quick shot on the wing.
Hey!
Nice poison application. He is riding, so I don't have to worry about doing anything special to stop what Namielle's doing right now. I think another quick shot just to try for a blast will be good.
Got him!
Excellent. Hey, this will do it.
Nice. The more blasts we get, the happier we are. Okay, Chirpy has elected to fail a head-to-head. But I elect to sweet spot.
Are you okay?
Chirpy has elected to fail a second head-to-head. But I again elect to sweet spot. Hey, I saved Chirpy. And between Ogden's Magnificent Trio and my quick shot, we should be able to get this knockdown before anything happens. Okay, I guess his Magnificent Trio doesn't really do Wyvern Fell damage, so we lose.
No. No.
That's weird.
Princess.
Magnificent Trio did Wyvern Fell when I used it.
Oh dear.
Well, now I know things. Even in loss, as long as you learn, you still come out ahead. Wait, no! I was using my wrong hand. Good news, we've got this autosave still. Bad news, the autosave is after the Namielle left. So I need to get it to respawn. But, that was a huge blunder. Yeah, I was using my left hand to grab my drink and my right hand across the controller. So my right pinky was the one using buttons. And it pressed square instead of X on this. Thank you, autosave. Yeah, typically when I grab my beverage with my left hand, I move my right hand to be all over the controller. So like my thumb is on the left stick, my index finger is on the D-pad, and my pinky is on the face buttons, because that way I can still control things one-handed. But sometimes it results in me pressing a wrong face button. Thankfully this time it didn't matter too much. But that does mean that we have to go beat up a bunch of Aptonoths. But I would rather beat up Aptonoths than accidentally delete my file with no recourse.
Got the upper hand.
And hey, there's a chance that this will result in us getting more starting kinship.
Now's the time. Counting on ya.
That helps. Now's our chance! Now! Now's your chance! Now!
You're on a
Knocking them over like bowling pins.
roll. Oh, that teamwork.
And actually, I have been using the Dread Queen for her AoE. Which, I mean, yeah, it's good. But my birds are the ones who need more starting kinship. They're the ones who we're kind of reliant on early. So going for the bird instead, at least starting with the bird out, I think has the higher chance of getting the bird's starting kinship to raise. I don't know exactly what raises starting kinship, but I do know that the more battles you do with a monstie, the higher its starting kinship can go, up to a cap of 10, at least in the demo. The cap was 30 in Stories 1 and Stories 2, and it may still be 30, but in the demo it's 10. I just don't know how to get it up to 10, other than spamming battles and hoping that it raises.
We've got the upper hand! Counting on you.
And I don't know if they have to be actually appearing in the battle to have it raise, or what. All I know is sometimes number go up. And I've noticed the number going up for monsters that I've been riding into battle more than for monsters that I haven't.
You did it!
Now's the time. Oh, that teamwork.
Yeah, Crab, I also have had a major progress loss in a Pokemon game. Way back when I was a kid playing Pokemon Red for the first time. I was playing Red because I wanted Blue, but my brother chose Red probably because I wanted it. And since he was the older brother, he got first pick.
We've got the upper hand!
But anyway, I was playing Pokemon Red.
Let's go!
And I had just beaten Lieutenant Surge when my Game Boy Color's batteries ran out,
That helps.
and my system died, because that's what happens when your batteries run out. The thing is, when I put fresh batteries in and started the game back up, oops, the last time I saved was right after beating Brock. So I had to go back through Mount Moon, beat Misty again, cross the Nugget Bridge, do all of that, go through the SS Anne, all of it I had to do again. Which, as a kid who wanted to catch all of the Pokemon in every location, and who had a strategy guide that showed all of the Pokemon that were in every location, yeah, that meant I lost hours. And that I blame on the fact that the Game Boy Color's indicator for when its battery is low is just that the power LED becomes dimmer. There is no indicator for the battery being low. The LED never changes color or anything. It just isn't as bright when the battery is running out.
Counting on you. Thank you. This will do it. You did it! Yeah! On to the next.
All right, we got our Namielle back. Hopefully this doesn't have it show up at full, oh, you've never even repelled it once HP. Wait. No, I just realized something terrible. I realized something truly, truly awful. Absolutely gut-wrenching. I have no vital essences now. I had 2, which is the most that you can bring in. But I had 2. I used them both. The autosave was after they got used. And I deleted the non-autosave. Okay, that was a huger blunder than I thought. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna get more vital essences.
Not bad at all.
It's not necessarily going to be a quick process,
I've got a good
but
feeling.
as soon as we find one, we will have to, thanks to this food buff we just got. We may end up losing the Namielle that is currently around, but if we do, we just have to fight more Aptonoths to get it to show back up. Also, I'm going to ride around on my spiky boy because I can. Hey, we got a gathering den. That's great. I'm gonna actually ignore most of the gatherables. All we need is what's in the chest. And it's mega potions this time. So what we are doing is we are crossing our fingers, hoping for a gathering den, and then crossing our fingers and hoping that the chest in said den contains vital essence. If it contains 1, it will contain 2, thanks to the food buff that we've got going on. And as soon as we have 2 vital essence... Ooh, another gathering den. As soon as we have 2 vital essence, we are ready to fight Namielle again. Ooh, yeah, Curbster, a rusty screw on a GBASP sounds very unpleasant. And then you'll have to deal with actually getting the hinges out, which I believe is... wow, another gathering den. We're getting lucky on finding these. Not getting so lucky with the vital essences, though. Last night I went looking for gathering dens and went 2 full rounds of investigating every single den on the map and found exactly 1 gathering den. So we're at least doing better than I was last night. I don't care about 2 egg spots. I've got some eggs in my inventory, but I'm probably going to be ditching them as soon as we defeat the Namielle, because once Namielle is defeated, Namielle eggs are unlocked, and I'm going to want to get them. And I'm going to want to get several of them so that I can release them in all of the areas and make more Namielles happen. And no gathering den here. But yeah, my understanding is that getting the hinges out of a GBASP is way harder than it should be. So yeah, hopefully your hinge is less stubborn than that rusted screw. Let's actually just go over here.
Hold on.
Feral felines are interesting, but I don't need XP. Just gotta hope that we find a gathering den with our vital essences before too long. Unfortunately, the chances of getting vital essences are rather low. I don't know what the full table is, nor how weighted any entry in said table is. All I know is I need more vital essences. There is almost no shot that I beat this Namielle without them. For one, we would be entirely reliant on getting the stun on turn 1. Which, the stun on turn 1 is always beneficial. It lets us go in with 1 extra heart and a lot more stamina. What's not to like? But it's not mandatory. Whereas the vital essences, if we don't get the stun on turn 1, are mandatory. At least one of them. Also, between streams, when I was looking at dens for vital essences, I found a Poogie on that rock right there. I've grabbed a couple Poogies between streams, but they're just Poogies. There will be other videos on YouTube that you will be able to watch if you want to find them all, that are a lot more convenient than watching through my streams for the times when I find Poogies and then looking at all of those. Basically, following my exact steps across many, many hours of streaming is not the most efficient way to find things. And yeah, Curbster, what would the... what harm could there possibly be in creating a bunch of Namielle babies, and B, releasing them into the wild, one after another? Ooh, gathering den. Come on. Nope. I mean, at least in the gathering dens we've found, we've gotten different stuff every time. It's better than getting a bunch of para-heal dust, which is the thing I've gotten, I think, the most often out of those chests. I don't remember what it's exactly called, but it's the dust that heals para. Rare dens have a higher chance of having special den events, but they are not guaranteed, as we have just seen. And good out-of-game news, I have just obtained a lap cat. Everyone likes a good lap cat. Except for people who are allergic to cats. They probably don't like a good lap cat. Though even they might appreciate it in concept, if not in actuality. Turn around, we can go over to the den over here. So tomorrow, I'm going to be having the stream where I finish Proof of a Hero in Wilds. And then I'm probably going to have a couple days where I cannot stream at night. Yeah, Sunday and Monday night I can't. But then Tuesday night I can. Wednesday night I probably can. Thursday night I can. Friday night I can. So, yeah, we'll have a bunch of nighttime streams. Friday night, I mean, that's going to be Resident Evil 9 time. Thursday night might as well, depending on when it launches. But that leaves us with Tuesday and Wednesday night not spoken for, as well as Tuesday and Wednesday day not spoken for. I should be able to stream on Wednesday as well, which, hey, nice. I'm thinking, given that I'll be able to do some extended nighttime streams, because my daytime streams are basically between when I wake up. I wake up late because I stay up late. Between when I wake up and when I need to eat dinner. That's usually when I stream. Like, my day is typically wake up at 2 p.m., eat breakfast, stream until dinner time, eat dinner, and then do stuff on my own time for a bit, and then do some work from midnight onward. Shock traps. Those aren't vital essence. And I typically only have the 2 meals per day, which 2 meals only 3 hours apart does seem a little weird, but, well, it's 4 hours apart. I usually eat at 7. But still. And yeah, it's generally what I do. But can't stream at night unless I go quiet mode usually, because I do not live alone, and the people I live with live in the room right across the wall from mine. So if I talk in full streamer volume like this, oh, hey, look, I crashed. If I talk at full volume like this, when it's time for people to be asleep, well, then I'll be waking people up, and that's not a nice thing to do. But when they are out of town and I am not, well, hey, I suddenly have access to much longer streaming hours. And I'm thinking this week I'm going to use that extra time to revisit some Raccoon City games prior to our revisit of Raccoon City. Like, I haven't replayed RE2 Make or RE3 Make in a while. Anyway, we're just letting this crash report go through because this game hasn't been released yet, and Capcom could probably use the crash report. I hope the full game isn't as crashy as this one has been, or as the demo has been for me. Okay, crash report generated. Let's close that and let the game close. Boy, you know what would be cool? If my old save was magically back when we reload the game. But that wouldn't happen. I wish there was a way I could get it back. But I don't have a backup of it anywhere as far as I'm aware. It would certainly save us needing to search for vital essence, but yeah. I'm just gonna look at the options here because last time I checked they were set different from what I wanted, but no, everything should be fine here. This game does not use nearly as many resources as Wilds does. Autosave is at 2110. Manual save is still today, so that's still after the mistake. So autosave, at least we get to keep all of the stuff that I grabbed since the manual save. Okay, and since we have reloaded the game, it's also refreshed all of the dens, so hey, we've got new dens to look at. Still got 21 minutes on our food buff. Don't care about barrel felines. Part of me wants to kill another Espinas, because then I could make more Espinas gear. But since it wouldn't start the fight sleeping, I wouldn't be able to do as much kinship generation early on. Ooh, Gathering Dead. And not having as much kinship generation earlier. Ooh, Vital Essences! We're good. We are free from this Vital Essence search. So now the only thing that I'm missing between the first Namielle attempt of the stream and now is some time and one the thing, the thing that made us dodge a move. Surrogate gem. Anyway, we now eat the meat to increase our starting stamina.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, missing only one surrogate gem versus when I started the stream. Totally fine. We got those Vital Essences
This is great.
much faster than we could have. It could have taken much longer.
Yes.
And now we go over here and hope that... Okay, good. The Namielle stuck around. We want my blue purple Gypsaros. Which one did I just grab? Good, that's the blue one. Some people say that you should actually go into this with 3 purple Gypsaros, but I only have 2, and I don't want to get and train up another one. And it should still be doable with 2 Dread Queens.
What?
And now we've got the save remade. So here we go, back at it. Bird is gonna do what Bird's gonna do. I'm gonna try and Daring Guard. We're still gonna hope for a stun. No stun.
That helps. No.
Yeah, we'll probably get some long streams on Tuesday and Wednesday featuring multiple clears of a single game of Resident Evil something or other. So that'll be neat. Bird can go ahead and use Composure. It will it'll raise kinship more than if I direct it to do something else, though we will lose out on a bit of Wyvern soul damage. It should still be okay. Anyway, blast coating. Would have loved to see an early blast.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, Bird can go ahead and tail stun. I'm going to go ahead and sweet spot. Chirpy has elected to tie a head-to-head, which isn't great. We're going to lose out on Ogden and Chirpy's Wyvern Fell generation. Unless we get a stun. We did not get a stun. Chirpy will go unsaved.
That helps.
Maybe Chirpy will dodge? Chirpy will not dodge. So this is a bad start. It's still... It's not a guaranteed loss yet. But it's not likely to succeed. Anyway, let's get that Vital Essence out. There's the Nami Torrent. Brings us both down, but refreshes our stamina, which at least it does that. That's kind of it.
I won't give up.
Okay, we basically need this tail stun to happen, otherwise we are going to lose. And we lose.
No.
Well, at least that was a quick loss. I would much rather have a quick loss than a slow one.
Oh dear.
Okay, back to the title screen. Yeah, fun fact, I typically go to bed at 5 or 6 a.m. every day. Though when I am the only one here, I have to go to bed later. because my cats have to be fed their breakfast at 7 a.m. And it is much easier for me to stay up late than to wake up an extra time or go to bed early to wake up early. So yeah, I just stay up a little later so that I can feed the cats their breakfast at 7. And the reason they have to have their breakfast at 7 is because if they don't get their wet food at 7, one of them will gorge on dry food instead and send herself to the ER. Ask me how I know. Right, I shouldn't be sweet spotting here. I should be daring guarding. If I did sweet spot and managed to go before the Namielle, which sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't. If I did go before the Namielle after and chose sweet spot, then we would have a second chance to stun and thus a greater chance at doing good early on. I'm sorry, what is this Namielle doing already? It's going for Chirpy, okay. Didn't look like it was going for Chirpy, which had me spooked. Though, unfortunately, that means Ogden's Wyvernfell generation is going to go down to 0 earlier than normal. Unless Chirpy manages to dodge. Chirpy did not manage to dodge. Okay, so we need a stun here. If I don't get a stun, then we're not going to survive the Nami Torrent. I chose Meteor Hammer. That's the wrong hammer move.
No.
Meteor Hammer can't stun. Alright, so that was probably going to be a loss anyway. Though my misplay certainly didn't help.
Oh dear.
Okay, back to title screen. Now, the reason I stay up as late as I do, you know, till 5 or 6 a.m., stems from when I first started working as a subtitler for anime and got my first simulcast shows. The way it worked out timing-wise, because, you know, working on simulcasts that air in Japan, everything goes on Japan time. We have yet to get an initial stun. But yeah, most shows I would get the files that I would need to work on generally about 6 or 7 hours before airtime, which it typically takes me. Actually, it's usually like 8 or so hours before airtime, but still, typically takes me about 4 hours to subtitle one episode. It can go higher or lower depending on how complex it is. I have subtitled some shows that the longest it took me for an episode was 6 hours. The shortest was 2 hours. So 4 hours plus or minus 2, depending on complexity and how much I need to look up in terms of language. But, yeah, since I would get the files generally at like 8 to 10 p.m. my time and then need to spend 4 or so hours working on them, I just fell into a routine of always staying up late during the days when I had simulcasts to do, which then transitioned into just always staying up late so that I wouldn't be super tired the next day or whatever. And so yeah, I just ended up living basically on Japan time in not Japan.
That helps.
And yeah, Curbster, in terms of upscaling for Xenoblade Cross, or Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, it is 100% going to be their DLSS Lite type thing they've got going on. I'm not surprised they're using it.
Thank you.
I, again, should have told my bird to go for a Tailstun. Tailstun would have at least done some Wyvern Fell damage.
Watch out!
And we would have gotten the stamina back afterwards. But then again, the fact that it used what it did means that we at least got more kinship out of it. So now I need a stun to go through or we're going to lose this attempt. And we got a stun. Nice. And is this Nami Torrent coming already? Let's go for Tail Stun because we need it. If Chirpy goes before the Namielle, then we don't need a sweet spot. And I can use Quick Shot instead. But if Chirpy doesn't go before the Namielle, then I need a sweet spot. But then I might not go before the Namielle, and then we'd still be boned. I think Chirpy has a higher chance of going before the Namielle than I would with sweet spot. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Quick Shot, and that way we could keep our fingers crossed for a blast. No blast. No stun, and Chirpy goes later, so we lose.
No! Princess! No! Princess! Your Highness! Oh, dear.
So the thing about Namielle attempts, prior to the second water mantle phase, is when you're in the most danger. As soon as you get through one full cycle, that's when RNG is... RNG will have less of a chokehold on you. But you gotta get there. So we've got to get through the RNG to get there. And then there will still be RNG involved. It's not... There is never a guarantee of victory here. It's almost like this monster is 65 levels above us and an Elder Dragon. So we will always be beholden to RNG to a degree. It's just a matter of when we get lucky and how lucky we get. And the answer is we still don't get lucky on turn one, that's for sure.
Might be in trouble.
Okay, Ogden's got this. My bird is going to use Composure, which is totally acceptable. Getting us higher Wyvern Fell generation is fine, especially when everyone is still up and Ogden is... Well, he's double attacking, which does no Wyvern Fell, but still. No early blast. That's sad.
Thank you.
Okay, now Ogden is probably going to go down unless he gets lucky. But we can add to the chance that he gets lucky.
Counting on you.
That helps.
Come on, dodge it. No dodge.
No!
Sorry.
Alright, so Wyvern Fell generation's going to suffer a little. And this will be the first Nami Torrent. So we Vital Essence for this. Bird uses Tail Stun, which is good to see.
No! What? I won't give up.
This thing has not been wanting to do Glimmer Strike immediately upon entering Abyssal Charge mode. But I need to get this stagger or we are going to lose this attempt anyway. I could Daring Guard this, but that would use a whole lot of stamina and do no Wyvern Fell generation. I would much rather try to stagger it. Hey, we got the stun. Nice. We got 2 stuns. Okay, so this is going to be a Nami Torrent, but we do not have the kinship for this, so we need to try to get kinship. Thankfully, we've got the stagger easy. My bird already wanted to use the tail sweep, so yeah, we are good. So now I hop on bird and we use the surrogate gem. And then we throw a tail stun just to get a little bit more Wyvern Soul damage in.
Thank you. No.
Sorry, everyone.
Looks like it was Chirpy who dodged that. No, it was me who dodged that. That's actually not ideal. Because now we're going to have no kinship generation. But we are already on our bird, so as long as the Namielle doesn't do anything that requires us to kinship through, I guess it's okay. It could certainly be worse. Okay, so we need to use that kinship here, canceling a Nami Torrent, and force applying a Noxious Poison, so there's that. And now we need to start generating more kinship. Bird's at 10 already, which is nice. We'll go ahead and let that tail stun ride, and I need to start using more sweet spots. This will get us a stagger immediately. Depending on how things work out. Oh, the stagger has already been gotten, so Ogden gets to keep his heart. That's nice. All right, he's using a Venom Surprise, which looks like it might be well-timed. I'm using a Sweet Spot. Okay, it's not well-timed. It was using Shock Blitz and not an AoE. Okay, so now we need to see this knockdown happen on this turn before the Namielle goes. Because otherwise that Nami Torrent's going to finish things for us and we're going to lose.
That helps.
Okay, good. We went before it. So we got the knockdown. That's great. This attempt is going pretty alright so far. We are going to let the bird go ahead and use its tail stun. I'm going to use Sweet Spot because that is the highest Wyvern Fell damage that I can do. And yeah, you want to do as much Wyvern Fell damage as you can while it's knocked down.
Nice job.
Because that's when you can do the most Wyvern Fell.
Thank you.
And winning this is all about doing lots of Wyvern Fell and also sometimes getting blasts and also having Poison Tick. So now my bird's got a power attack. That's all it can do. Namielle is in exposed state using a power move. So I need to use a speed move. I can do a speed sweet spot. I don't think I want to. I think I want to use a... Do I want to use just a regular speed attack? I think I do, because that way we can use a stagger next turn. So we'll try for a blast with this. All right, we've got kinship on a bird. So swap to other bird, go for a tail Oh, that is a power move incoming. So let's go ahead and instead swap to a Rathian. And we'll have her just use a standard attack as well. We're going to try and save our knockdown for, or not our knockdown, our stagger for when it can actually interrupt something. And hey, we got a blast.
Let's calm down.
Okay, at this point, holding on to the stagger might actually still be doable. Let's have her Solar Cry. And then I'll just go ahead and attack with Hammer. Get a little stamina back. I don't think the Venom Shot should get the stagger. Especially not if Chirpy gets knocked out first. Okay, and now... Is this... Oh, that's just a regular attack. Okay, this will be a tech attack because Namielle is in Water Mantle. So if I just swap to Bird... Though I probably want to start doing Wyvern Fell soon. I might be putting myself too far behind. But whatever. We're gonna let it ride. Gain a bunch of kinship in the process. And I'll have a lot of stamina to play with.
All right.
Okay, so now we've actually got something to interrupt. So I will let my bird do that tail stun. And I'm going to Sweet Spot to start working on the next Wyvern Fell gauge.
Now's the time. You're on a roll.
No!
Okay, this Nami Torrent is not interruptible. So I need to hop on this bird in order to survive it.
Counting on you. Ready? No!
And Ogden's gone for a bit.
Watch out! Come on, everyone.
Okay, so it's going to be using a speed attack now, and I need to make sure I've got another Monstie with kinship, so we're bringing out a Rathian. And I'll go ahead and Sweet Spot here. Because we want to get this thing to the point where we can stagger it again easily. And now we can stagger it again easily. Rathian has a Solar Cry at the ready. We can tail stun this.
Counting on you.
And we can also quick shot it just to guarantee 100% we get the stagger. And also have a chance at getting a blast.
Hey, how's our chance?
Nice.
Excellent! How's your chance?
Okay, so we should have one more turn before the next Nami Torrent. And I think I'm going to go ahead and Sweet Spot during that time. Considering we've already got a blast and we want to get more Wyvern Fell damage in.
This will do it.
Nice. Counting on you.
That helps.
Right in time. Getting rough.
All right, so this is going to be a Nami Torrent. Bad news, it's going to be a Nami Torrent that I don't have an answer for. The Nami whatever comes after Nami Torrent. I always forget its name. But if we use our kinship skill instead of letting the Namielle just hit us, then we might get the knockdown and not have to care. Okay, so now I have to use Bird. I have to tail stun. Do I have to Sweet Spot? The Bird does not have Wyvern Fell up. Did I swap to the wrong bird? No, I swapped to the only bird with kinship. That's the only one that matters. So I think I have to Sweet Spot. Because then if either I or Chirpy go before the Namielle, we should be okay. Whereas... Actually, I don't know if Chirpy would be enough, but... I think Sweet Spot is the right choice here. Okay. Apparently the right choice would have been using a Vital Essence.
Your Highness!
If I had used a Vital Essence, we would have still been in the fight at that point.
Dear.
Because I lucked out and evaded it. But, oh well, sometimes you lose runs like that. I needed to get the knockdown. I feel like I made the right call. If I had used Quick Shot, we would have done a little bit more Wyvern Fell damage before the Nami Torrent. I don't know that it would have been enough to actually get the knockdown. And the fight that I got the closest to winning, I lost because I assumed that Quick Shot would do more than it would. So I think there's probably that influencing my choices. Anyway, once more, unto the breach. Be real cool if my bird got a tail stun right away this time. Nope. Also be cool if Chirpy didn't use a buff on itself that would immediately get killed by getting knocked out.
Come on, everyone.
Okay, bird wants to use Composure, that's fine. No one's going down this turn. And we are going to Blast Coat the Wing, and I'm going to have myself some tea.
How's our chance?
Nice. Yeah.
That helps.
Thank you, God. Huh.
Using Composure a second time, I suppose, is okay. It's an investment in the future as long as no one gets knocked out, it's fine. Though we are going to have a Nami Torrent coming pretty soon. We're only going to get like one chance to use this Wyvern Fell medium. If that.
Counting on you.
That helps.
Right, because the Nami Torrent is now. So we're going to let that tail stun go through. I need to use a Vital Essence so that we do not lose to this Nami Torrent. Also, I only just noticed that we got an early blast. That's nice. Also, hey, stun.
Thank you.
We actually need to not have this thing get its Wyvern Fell done. But it shouldn't go all the way if I Quick Shot here, and that does have a chance of getting us another blast. No blast. And Chirpy doesn't finish it, but Ogden does. Oof. That's not ideal.
Now's your chance.
Well, we, I guess, can go for another blast. We're not going to have to worry about kinship generation. Hey, we got a blast.
No.
Yeah, we've already got this bird rideable.
No.
Sorry, everyone.
So I guess we swap to other bird now. No, we swap to Espionage because it is using a speed attack on the Monsty slot. So Espionage gets to make its first appearance in battle on the stream, I believe. And I'm going to Sweet Spot because this thing is blasted and we want to get some Wyvern Fell damage. Unfortunately, no Nox Poison there. So now we need a stun. And if we don't get one, I'm pretty sure we just lose. I chose the wrong bird. Whatever. Show me a stun. That is not a stun.
No.
I could have gotten on the bird, but
Your Highness.
that wouldn't have helped us in the event of it doing the Nami Torrent, regular attack Nami Torrent again. I don't know if it does do that if you don't interrupt the Nami Torrent, but either way, interrupting the Nami Torrent during the first charge seems to be the thing to do. All right, time for another attempt. I have not been keeping track of numbers. I think this is what, number 5 or 6 already for today? Maybe this will be the one where we get a stun right away. Nope. I eagerly await the day when I get to interrupt that starting AoE again.
Might be in trouble.
And looks like the Namielle is going straight for poor Chirpy. So we just gotta hope that Chirpy dodges it thanks to defensive Diddy.
This will do it.
Nice, early blast. Love to see it.
On ya.
Thank you.
Chirpy did not dodge it. We are out of Ogdens for a bit. And Namielle's going straight for my bird. So I need to see a stun here. Or else we are going to be in a bad spot. We are in a bad spot. Because now I have no way to get through the Nami Torrent that is coming apparently now. Yeah, now. And it's going to keep on trying this Nami Torrent until it goes through, so yeah, quick loss. Okay, apparently if I had used a Vital Essence, we would have gotten through that because I evaded it. I guess I didn't think of that. Didn't think, oh, what if RNG saves me? Alright, time to go back to the title screen for another attempt. Maybe this will be the time when our bird gets the initial stun. Nope. I really wish that stun had a higher chance of actually stunning.
Getting rough.
Okay, bird wants to use composure. Looks like it's going for Chirpy, so we're having a straight up repeat of last time. Hopefully with more things going in our favor along the way. Did not get the early blast this time, and Chirpy didn't even get a chance to use anything, so... And Ogden didn't get to use his defensive Diddy yet, so yeah, we are just not in a good position right now. Again, we need a stun to happen, or we're probably going to lose. Actually, we're definitely going to lose, because we don't even have the defensive Diddy, so there is no chance that a dodge right now would save me. So yeah, we lose. Even if that stun happens, we still lose. Because I have nothing that I can do here. Unless at this point, defensive Diddy goes out before the Nami Torrent and one of us dodges it. Defensive Diddy did not go out before the Nami Torrent, so nobody could dodge it, so we lose. All right. That run, RNG was just super against us.
Oh dear.
But someday we'll get a run that opens with a stun. It can happen. I've seen it happen. But it hasn't happened yet today, that's for sure. Okay. Show me an early stun, bird. Nope.
No!
Might be in trouble.
All right, at least this time Ogden gets to use defensive ditty, so we are doing better than we were last time. Having it not go for chirpy helps.
Thank you, kind.
No early blast.
That helps.
And looks like it's going for chirpy now, so we might lose out on Ogden. Not Meteor Hammer. Yep, we are losing out on Ogden unless chirpy dodges.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
And no dodge, so no Ogden. Okay, so this is going to be the Nami Torrent. Let's go ahead and get a tail stun in just for the Wyvern Fell damage. We'll toss a Vital Essence on the bird so that we can get through this without immediately losing the attempt.
No! I won't give up.
And now we need to see a stun or otherwise a flinch to get through this. And we got the stun. Nice.
How's our chance?
I said flinch, I meant stagger.
How's your chance?
Okay, so unfortunately we also need to see a stun here. So bird, come in clutch for me, please. No stun there, no stun there, we lose.
No! Princess!
This
No!
again?
Princess! Your Highness! Oh dear.
Part of me wants to try, instead of daring guarding on turn 1, using Sweet Spot and rolling for the stun twice. Like, I won't always get to use the Sweet Spot before the opening Glimmer Strike, but sometimes I do. And that's one extra roll for the stun. And if I get the stun, it puts us so far ahead that it might just be worth doing. And if I don't get the stun, then we can lose faster because we've only got 1 heart left to lose. It might be worth doing, but considering we can still win even if we don't get the stun on turn 1, I don't know that it's a thing to chase, especially with how low the chances of actually getting the stun on turn 1 are. Like, I might be able to get a win without it in the time it takes to get it. At least it feels that way sometimes.
No!
Getting rough.
Okay, Ogden's gonna use defensive ditty, and he's gonna be totally fine here. So let's get our blast coat.
How's our chance?
Nice early blast, love to see it. Nice early poison, love to see it.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
Selfish Ogden using a Vital Essence on himself instead of me. Okay, let's get a tail stun instead of a composure right now because this is the turn before Nami Torrent number 1. And we want to get some actual Wyvern Fell gauge done before then.
That helps.
And here comes Nami Torrent number 1. Bird, use tail stun, not composure. Me, use Vital Essence on bird. Thankfully, item use has priority. Okay, and now we're in another bad spot. Basically, Bird needs to get this stun. I'm going to use a Vital Essence just for safety's sake and to keep from staggering it this turn. Ideally, we get the stun. We did not get the stun. We do not live in a world of ideals. We live in a world of reality. But now we do at least get to interrupt this Nami Torrent.
Excellent!
And thus get a little bit of extra kinship generation.
Now's your chance!
Unfortunately, it still hasn't been enough. We need a little more. So let's go for another tail stun and another sweet spot. And if we get the stun, great. If not, we probably lose. We probably lose. We definitely lose.
No! Princess! No! Princess! Your Highness!
Getting past the first charge state is tough. Again, it's almost like we're fighting a monster that we are absolutely not meant to be able to beat right now. The fact that we can beat it through all of this RNG just stands as testament to how strategy-based this combat system is. The fact that we have as many tools as we do to survive things, to interrupt things, and to deal damage via specifically blast and poison. Yeah, it's testament to that. And again, no opening stun. Someday. Someday.
Might be in trouble.
Okay, Namielle's going for me. That is totally fine. Actually, having it go for me is probably ideal, because that gets us extra kinship generation. But then having it go for my bird here is not ideal, because now we need a stun to happen or we're going to lose a heart. And if we lose a heart, then we're basically boned. And no stun. There's still the chance that it dodges. Nope. Okay. So now we need either my bird or myself to dodge Nami Torrent #1 or we lose. Or Ogden can throw a Vital Essence at me, which saves me for now, but also denies me the Vital Essence later. Is this going to be Nami Torrent or not? I can't tell because it's going for Chirpy, who's using Debilitating Lilt. But I believe this... yeah, this is turn 4. This is going to be Nami Torrent #1. So, Bird, use Tail Stun. Me, use Vital Essence on Bird. Okay, we got the stun. I'd rather not have gotten that. Because now we are probably going to end up getting the knockdown. Or not the knockdown, the thing, the stagger, that. Keep on losing my words. I'm going to use Composure just because that gets us kinship while also not getting the stagger. I want the stagger to happen later, not now. And the best I can do is use stuff that doesn't do Wyvern Felt, but no, we got the stagger now. Okay, that's not great. We're going to have to adjust our strategy. So let's just do as much Wyvern Fell as we can right now. And if we can get it low enough, we might still be able to get a stagger later when we actually need it.
Oh,
I evaded that. So we have an extra heart over what we would have, though I have lower stamina than I would. That's not exactly ideal. And composure here is also not ideal, especially because we've got a speed attack going at our Monstie slot.
Let's go.
Which is also not ideal because that's denying us some kinship generation. I've got enough stamina that I'll be able to use a sweet spot right now. No Nox poison is sad.
I won't give up.
And now we've got a Nami Torrent incoming. That we need this bird to stun, or else we are pretty much boned. Alternatively, if I quick shot, there's a chance. I don't know how good a chance it is, but there's a chance that we actually get this stagger and are totally fine.
Yeah, now's our chance.
Got blast. Did not get the stagger, did not get the stun, so we're boned. Or not, because we got a lucky evade. Unfortunately, the evade was on me, so again, I am missing stamina that I would otherwise have. Ogden, I would have loved, and I mean loved, to see Venom surprise right now, but then again, that Wyvernfell gauge is low enough that we can actually get this tail stun to break it, so we're fine. And I guess I just bonk with hammer for chance at poison, because it's already blasted, we can't blast it more. So there's the stagger. We got the poison. I mean, that venom shot was probably going to get the poison anyway, but now we hop on bird, and we use surrogate gem. Wait, this is the Nami Blast, not the Nami Torrent. I didn't need that surrogate gem. So now we're stuck on the bird still. So I guess what we do is we just tail stun when it's not going for us. And then once it does go for us, we do a speed attack, and when the time comes that we need to interrupt something, we use our kinship. The time has come that we need to interrupt something, unless... Ogden, I really wish you weren't using Springy Staccato. Okay, no, it's... Namielle's using an AoE. So this will be a Nami Torrent. We interrupt this one.
Okay.
Alright, Venom Flash. Get us through this. And we're going to get the knockdown on the next turn, so it doesn't even matter what Namielle's trying right now.
Watch out!
And hey, I have plenty of stamina now. I'm going to sweet spot now. My first instinct was to use quick shot, but the tail stun is going to get the knockdown, and if we use sweet spot now, then that'll go on the stagger meter. Or on the meter that shows up after the knockdown, rather. It'll do the most possible Wyvernfell if we use sweet spot right now. That's the thing.
No!
And we never synchro rush because that just costs us a turn of free action. Okay, bird wants to use tail stun. That's great. Yeah, we let this bird keep on generating stamina. Or not stamina, kinship. And we sweet spot again.
You're on a roll. Good one.
Nice job!
And that Namielle is ready to be staggered on this very turn, though we don't want it to be staggered. So maybe we use Composure instead of Tail Stun? It'll probably still get staggered without. So let's just sweet spot. Start working towards the next.
Now's the time.
And hey, that kept Chirpy from losing a heart just now.
Counting on you.
Thank you. Now's your chance.
And Chirpy is going to win this head-to-head. Unfortunately, I can't tell my bird to do anything other than that power attack. I'm going to go ahead and sweet spot, get more Wyvernfell in.
Now's our chance.
Nice burn. Love to see it. It's extra damage on the Namielle. Alright, show me a Venom surprise, please.
Let's calm down.
That is not a Venom surprise, but it's also a really bad idea. Ogden, why are you losing this head-to-head? I mean, you're not losing, you're tying, but that might as well be a loss. I don't have anything else that I can really do, so I'm just gonna hope for a blast here.
Keep it up.
So Ogden got knocked off Chirpy. That's not ideal, but this is okay because Namielle is doing a head-to-head with me. It's going to use a tech move, so I'm going to use a power sweet spot. And this Namielle is ready to be staggered next turn.
Watch out!
And it looks like we want it to be staggered, unless... Yeah, we want it to be staggered. Okay. Let's... Just taking a look at who's got how much kinship. And yeah, let's start building on this bird.
Let's go!
And I think I'm gonna just do an attempt to get blast on with a standard bow attack.
You okay?
Excellent! Now!
Okay, so this will be a Nami Torrent. I need to hop on this
Nothing
bird
on you.
in order to get through it.
Ready?
And we can go ahead and toss a tail stun just for the extra Wyvern Fell. And there's the Nami Torrent. So Ogden goes down for a bit. But I am fine for now. Gotta swap to the other... Nope, gotta swap to the Espionage.
Let's go!
And I'm pretty sure I have to sweet spot here because we need to get more Wyvern Fell so that we can get this thing to the point where we can knock it down before it tries any other big AoEs. Little love to see a Nox Poison there. Okay, what do we got? We have got an AoE incoming right now, so this will be Nami Torrent probably.
Counting on you.
I need my bird or my me to stun this Namielle or we lose. We lose.
No! Princess!
This
No!
the end?
Princess! Your Highness! Oh, dear.
All right, will this be the first attempt where we actually get the turn 1 stun? Nope.
No! Come on, everyone.
But we do have this head-to-head going at me, and my bird is using tail stun of its own volition, which is ideal, because you get higher kinship gain for having a monster do what it chose to do. And we even got the stun, which actually is less ideal than winning the head-to-head would have been. But whatever.
That helps.
Bird continues to want to do tail stun. We kind of need a stun to happen or else Ogden's going to go down for a bit. Not Meteor Hammer. Keep on almost using Meteor Hammer. Dodge it? Nope. We lose Ogden. That's unfortunate. Okay, so here comes Nami Torrent number 1. We are going to Vital Essence and get through this. Or we're going to get the stun.
I won't give up.
Okay, let's use Composure rather than Tail Stun because we do not want to get the stagger just yet. Gonna use a standard power attack on the wing with my bow, hopefully for blast, but nope, no blast.
Thank you.
And down we go. But that means we get our stamina back. And Ogden is back as well. A tail stun and a quick shot will knock this Namielle down right now. I don't want that though. So I think we're going to tell our bird to not tail stun and to instead use Composure. Because Defensive Ditty should not get the stagger. And I'm just going to go for another chance. Well, Defensive Ditty definitely doesn't get the stagger if he gets got before he uses it. Yeah, going for another chance at blast here.
That helps.
No blast. But now a tail stun and a quick shot get us the stagger when we want it. And then we'll have kinship to get through the stuff that follows.
Excellent.
Of course we get the stun
Now.
on the attack that would stagger no matter what. But hey, now we've got a chance to start building kinship on bird number 2.
Counting on you.
And do I go for another quick shot or do I go for a sweet spot? I think we quick shot here.
Good going.
Nice, we got the blast.
Nice. Counting on you.
Thank you.
And here's Nami Torrent. Swap to bird.
Ready?
Get on bird. Use rock.
No.
Use tail stun. Get the stun. All right.
Watch out!
That's actually probably good for us, as long as we do not get the stun here. Excellent, because that way Nami Blast goes through and Ogden gets up as soon as the Nami Blast is done. So what is Namielle doing now? Looks like it's going for Chirpy. Yeah, it's going straight for Chirpy. So we probably don't have to worry about what it's doing. It's not going to be using an AoE. Let's get building kinship on bird. Actually, maybe a Solar Cry? We could start building kinship on Arathian with Solar Cries. That might not be the worst idea. And that way we'll still have a stagger available for later, but then again, we probably want to be able to get the stagger sooner than later, because that way we'll be able to get the knockdown sooner than later. Yeah, let's just work on the stagger. Grab this bird, use tail stun.
Counting on you.
And I can sweet spot.
Now's the time. Yeah.
That helps. Now's your chance.
Okay, and this is actually what we wanted to have the stagger for, so we either get a stun or we lose. I misplayed by getting that stagger on the last turn. We lose.
No! Princess!
This
No!
is the end.
Princess! Your Highness! So far. Oh, dear.
Wasn't thinking that that Nami Torrent would come so soon for some reason. Was thinking too far ahead. with wanting to generate more Wyvern Fell damage. Well, time to try again. Will this be the first attempt where we get a turn 1 stun? Yes. Yes, it will.
That helps.
So, plus side, we have more hearts to work with. Downside, our stamina is lacking. We are going to be much hungrier for stamina, but that will be fixed once we get to turn 4 and have the Nami Torrent happen. Because that Nami Torrent is going to take hearts from us no matter what. So yeah.
This will do it.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
Okay, we need a stun here, or else we're going to have to use a Vital Essence early. All right, early Vital Essence not confirmed. Nice. Okay. So now we just let this ride, I guess. There's no stopping this Nami Torrent. There's nothing I can do to save us a heart through it. So we're just going to lose a heart here, but we will still have 2 Vital Essences that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Well, we wouldn't have had at least one of them. And also, Ogden hasn't used any of his Vital Essences yet, so he can still use one of those on us after this as well. So yeah, we are at a great advantage over what we would be had we not gotten the early stun. I wish I could use Quick Shot here, but I can't. So we're just using a regular power attack, hoping for a blast. Hey, we got a blast!
Thanks. Now's the time.
And there's the poison, and there's the Nami Torrent. Someone dodged it. My bird dodged it. I don't know that I wanted my bird to dodge that, because now my bird has stamina problems. But that's not insurmountable. I can use a quick shot here, but then we won't have the stagger for what we really want it for. Do I just take this on the chin? I think maybe I just take this on the chin. No, because Ogden's defensive ditty is probably going to get the stagger no matter what. Dang, this isn't ideal. I did too much Wyvern Fell. What can I do? I can throw a sleep knife. And if I get the sleep, then what? It's still going to lose the thing and get staggered. I can sweet spot.
Good going.
Yeah, he would have staggered it. No chance of anything else. So now we go for a stun. And I use a Vital Essence. I would have liked to stagger this Nami Torrent. Did my bird just dodge that again?
Everyone.
Bird, you're dodging too much. Okay, I think I use a Vital Essence again. And ideally, Bird gets the stun right now. Bird did not get the stun, so this isn't ideal, but we can still get through it.
No!
Stop dodging, Bird!
Watch out!
You're giving yourself stamina problems. Alright, let's start getting
Counting on you.
second bird some kinship. And we are going to use a speed sweet spot here. Okay, so this is the interruptible Nami Torrent. Using quick shot, we won't get the interrupt unless Chirpy goes before Namielle. So I might as well see if I can go before Namielle with a sweet spot. And I can.
Now's the time.
Now's your chance.
All right, they are double attacking the Namielle. They are totally allowed to do that. I'm going to go ahead and sweet spot. And Bird wants to head-to-head the Namielle, though why is it using a power attack and not tail stun? We need to do Wyvern Soul damage.
Oh, now. Counting on you.
Thank you.
Ogden just does not want to get on Chirpy, does he? So, again, we're at a situation where if I go before the Namielle, we're totally fine. If not, we might be a little bit boned. Please let me go before the Namielle game. Nice. So there's the knockdown. We are totally fine with knockdowns.
That helps.
Right in time.
Okay, he is doing a Venom shot, which is fine. Would have been nicer to see him use Venom Surprise right now. That would do a lot more damage to the gauge. But whatever. We sweet spot.
Nice job. Watch out.
Venom Surprise? No? Okay, well, looks like we need to swap our Monstie again. Let's start a Rathian Solar Crying.
Let's go.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and use a speed attack with my bow because I don't have a whole lot else I can do. That'll at least get me another charge level on the bow.
No.
Had a chance at getting a blast, but didn't do it. I don't know that we wanted that stagger there, but looks like it's fine. We're gonna go ahead and let Rathian Solar cry. We love to see that. Having her choose to do it on her own is really nice.
Hey.
Okay, so we didn't get a Nami Torrent during that depleted state or phase. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just let Rathian second wind here. We are, oh yeah, Venom Surprise is happening. We absolutely let her do that. Let's swap to our bow and use just a regular old power attack. Not that it matters because it's gonna get interrupted by Venom Surprise. But I don't want to have any risk, even though I know kinship moves always go first.
Okay. How about that?
And no blast. So now we've got something incoming. My Rathian wants to use Solar Cry despite having full kinship. This something incoming is going to be a Nami Torrent. So we hop on, not Bird, we hop on, or no, it's not a Nami Torrent. Dang, I've misplayed. Let's just go ahead and win this head-to-head then.
All right.
This will be Nami Torrent. So I could have gotten a little bit of kinship generation on a second Rathian, but whatever. that misplay shouldn't be what costs us this run.
What? Watch out!
And now we've got an attack going towards the Monsty slot. And this is where it actually would be helpful to have a third bird, because then we could have another bird getting kinship right now. Maybe I should have hopped on a bird instead of the Rathian. Whatever. We will swap to a bird.
Counting on you.
And tell said bird to use tail stun while I use a quick shot. And that should get the stagger and save us a heart right now.
Good going.
And we got a blast.
Excellent.
Now's the time. Now, counting on you.
Thank you. Now.
Okay, what are you doing? The problem with both Ogden and Chirpy using status things is I can't tell if this Namielle is trying to go for one of them. I think I have to get on the bird just in case.
Ready?
And do we still have our surrogate gem? Okay, it's Nami Torrent. Good.
That helps.
So we get through that. And here's Nami Blast or whatever it is. Ideally, we get a stun here. No stun. So not ideal, but still workable.
I won't give up.
And now we need to bring out a Rathian to counter this head-to-head.
Let's go.
And I'm going to quick shot, even though we could go for the higher Wyvern Fell damage with Sweet Spot. Actually, no, we're going to Sweet Spot for safety. Yeah, Sweet Spot was the right call. Unfortunately, I need to hit with a second Sweet Spot right now, or we probably lose. Unless it's going for a speed attack into Chirpy. That is possible with where it's looking right now. I really wish we could see what it was targeting, if it's targeting something that isn't attacking into it. There's just some critical information that we do not get right now. And I would love to get it. I think we're fine, though. But I'm still going to go for the tail stun, just, like, super in case. Oh, yeah, that's Nami Torrent. We needed a stun here. Thankfully, tail stun got it for us. And there's our knockdown. So if we didn't get the stun there, that would have been a failed run. Just right out. Yeah, I think we just let this bird keep on generating more kinship, and we Sweet Spot to do some Wyvern Fell.
Good one.
Classic.
Counting on you.
Thank you. Watch out.
Okay, Ogden's doing a speed attack. He's going to win that head-to-head. That's fine. I think we can afford a quick shot right now. Yeah, quick shot should keep us from getting the stagger this turn, whereas Sweet Spot would probably get the stagger this turn. No blast.
Good going. Nice. Right in time.
All right, so we are getting the stagger this turn, and I can't do anything other than a standard attack, so yeah, we're just gonna power attack into the wing.
Hey.
Bird, we're letting power attack to regen some stamina as well. Hey, we got a blast.
Let's calm down.
So now we are getting the stagger. I'm gonna use, oh, Venom Surprise is happening. Well, either way, the stagger's happening before my turn, so I'm gonna use Sweet Spot.
Okay. Got him.
Excellent.
Okay, and we are in Water Mantle, so this power attack will win the head-to-head. I do not have stamina, but it is blasted, so I guess we just do a hammer power attack for the chance at re-upping the poison. And yeah, we get this double attack going. And that is another bird with full kinship.
That helps. All right, keep it up.
So, Namielle's drooling. That means we have entered the desperation phase. And this looks like it's going to be a Nami Torrent. Yeah, that thing's aiming at Chirpy, who's using Venom Shot. So yeah, this is Nami Torrent. We've got 2 birds with kinship, so that's good. Let's hop on one of them.
Let's go. Ready?
Hopping on this one just because it had a little more stamina.
On ya.
Thank you.
And we got the stun. That's actually not ideal. So, in an attempt to not get this thing staggered this turn, I'm going to throw a poison knife. It might re-up the poison. What it won't do is get the stagger. Didn't re-up the stagger, or the poison. But we didn't get the stagger, and that's good. That's what we wanted. We wanted no stagger here.
Watch out!
Unfortunately, we're pretty much going to have to go for the stagger here. Let's get this Rathian using Solar Cry. Maybe? Yeah. And I'll use a quick shot to get the stagger.
Excellent! That helps. Now's your chance!
Okay, so now it looks like we've got a Nami Torrent incoming.
Let's go!
Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for the Nami
Ready?
thing that comes after Torrent. So I think what we want is a stun here. Nice.
Counting on ya.
Thank you.
And we got the extra turn. This is fantastic. Looks like Ogden's gonna get a successful double attack, assuming we do not stun it with Dale Stun. And now we actually do have an answer for the Nami Torrent followed by the Nami thing. I keep forgetting the word. Blast. Nami Blast, right? Probably.
Okay.
So we Venom Flash here to delay the Nami Torrent
Support friendship.
and get it low enough that now it falls down and the Nami Blast and Torrent are both canceled.
All right, keep it up.
Okay, and now we need to get more kinship on more things. I think a Toxic Sweep right now is actually not needed because we just applied Nox Poison. And Solar Cry will do more kinship generation, though it will do less Wyvern Soul damage. But what we need is to have somebody with kinship at all times, and we don't have somebody with kinship right now.
Nice job.
And now we can go for a Toxic Sweep, because a chance at getting a Nox Poison refresh is nice. And I will use a Speed Sweet Spot. And that should get our Rathian full on kinship. Yep, she's plenty full. So now we got to start working on kinship for somebody else. Both our birds are empty, but that is fine, honestly. Let's start working on kinship on other Rathian.
Go.
And let us again sweet spot. Okay. No. I swap to bow. I use a standard speed attack. We don't want to stagger the Namielle this turn. Chirpy still might. I'm going to hope that Venom Shot isn't enough to stagger. Dang. Okay, we're skipping the Nami Torrent anyway.
Right,
that's fine. This could have been worse. Okay, now we sweet spot for a while. I would like to get another blast, but doing more Wyvern Soul damage is more good.
Keep it up.
Dang it, Ogden, I would have loved to have that for myself. Just saying. And we are going to let that Toxic Sweep ride.
Now's the time.
Nice Nox Poison. And now we've got 2 Rathians at full kinship, and one of them is going to stop being at full kinship. And now...
Counting on you. Ready?
And we're just going to go ahead and use an attack here to do a little bit of Wyvern Soul damage. And now we have a problem. We need a stun, or we lose a heart. But that's just a heart, not the whole battle. But still, let's see if we can get a stun. No stun.
That helps.
Okay, so now my bird is going to get us the stagger, which is just going to delay a Nami Torrent, isn't it? Whatever, we sweet spot.
Now's our chance.
And of course we get the stun on the stagger turn, when the stun means literally nothing.
Thank you. Now's your chance.
Okay, we've delayed the Nami Torrent by more than 1 turn. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we sweet spot again. Yes, we sweet spot again. And now we want this Nami Torrent to go... Or no, we don't. We want the tail stun to go through because this will get us a knockdown. Nice. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Since the knockdown will happen before my turn, we use Sweet Spot. This run is going very well so far. Watch it now stop going well. Okay, he's using Venom Shot. That's fine. I think I want to just use a quick shot. Or no, I want to just use a standard attack because I don't have stamina for quick shot.
Classic. Watch out.
And we're going to get... Or no, we're not going to get a stagger this turn. So we bring out a Rathian to just do a standard attack. And I do just a standard attack as well, so we double attack this. Getting a bunch of kinship, a chance at a blast, and no stagger early.
Excellent.
I thought he was using... He changed what he was using when I swapped to my Rathian.
Come on, everyone.
Well, whatever. Good job choosing to lose this head-to-head there, Ogden. You're doing great. I need to make sure... Okay, I do have a Rathian at max kinship, but I think I'm going to swap to this bird anyway.
Let's go.
Because getting more than one monster at max kinship does make us safer. Nice evade. And we got the Nami Torrent skip. Or rather, the Nami Torrent just didn't happen. And good, we have a head-to-head happening now. Bird is allowed to use power attack. Though, do we make... No, we don't want Spirit Charge because we can't afford it. Never mind. Wrong flavor of bird. So we just go ahead and... Do I sweet spot? I think I sweet spot. Yeah, this won't get the stagger. Okay, we got another bird at max kinship. And we've got a tech attack incoming, so we're going to tail stun with other bird to start building kinship there.
Counting on you.
Between that tail stun and the Omni Chaser, we should be getting a stagger this turn. I'm going to count on me going last. And use... No. I'm going to get stamina so that I will have it for next turn. And also get a chance at a blast.
All right.
And a double attack for extra kinship build. Unfortunately, no blast.
All right, keep it up.
So is this a Nami Torrent? It sure is. So let's... Do we hop on Bird or do we hop on Rathian? I think we hop on Bird. Yeah, Rathian's only useful when it's depleted. Though, it's going to be depleted soon. We still hop on Bird.
Ready?
Go Bird. We could double kinship right now for a huge amount of Wyvern Fell. But then we'd be pretty boned after. We wouldn't get the whole thing. I don't know how much we would get. If we got 6 pips of the 8 there, then we would be golden. But any less and we would be in huge danger if I did that. So yeah, we're just going to tail stun. And get the stun. Okay, now a double kinship is looking a little bit more potentially feasible. A single kinship gets 2+ pips. So if a double gets 4 or more, then we're golden. Do I risk this? If I don't risk it, then what happens? Namielle goes into charged state, probably uses a single target blast attack that takes a heart from whoever it's aimed at, and then we get the knockdown the turn after that. I think this is worth the risk. Though we choose double kinship skill.
All right. How about that?
Okay, yeah, that's plenty. Excellent, excellent. Could not be happier with that result.
Counting on you.
And Tailstun's gonna get the knockdown, and then we follow it up with a sweet spot.
Now's your chance.
Got a stun that is entirely unnecessary.
Counting on you.
Thank you. All right, keep it up.
Do another sweet spot. Get a lot of Wyvern Fell damage here.
Classic. Nice job.
And we are ready for a stagger. And it's going to happen no matter what we do here. So that's... Actually, I shouldn't have sweet spotted. I should have quick shot or something else. But whatever, we sweet spot again. Or do we? If I use just a regular tech attack here, then we get to double with Chirpy and give Ogden some kinship. That might be worthwhile. Let's go for that. Let's not go for that. Chirpy isn't doing the right type of attack. I'm being stupid. The Namielle's using a power move. Chirpy has elected to lose the head-to-head. So we sweet spot. Not that the head-to-head's even happening.
Now!
Chirpy has elected to win this head-to-head. So now I could give Ogden the kinship bonus for the double attack. I think I still sweet spot. Getting lots and lots of Wyvernfell generation has been very much key to this fight so far. When in doubt, sweet spot.
I won't give up.
Okay, we will let the bird use composure here. I have to use just a standard attack. We're going to use a power attack because we've got a tech incoming. And this should fill my bird's kinship. And we got a blast. Nice.
Thank you, kind.
All right, everyone's full on kinship.
Thank you.
Right in time.
Ogden's hopping on Chirpy. Not doing anything with it, though. Okay, we've still got a tech attack incoming, so we are going to tail stun that with other bird.
Let's go.
Get kinship generation going on that one. And let us sweet spot with our hammer. And that's a stagger. Honestly, not an ideal time for a stagger, but
Now's your
whatever.
chance.
This is going to be a Nami Torrent. So we hop on this bird and go for a tail stun.
Ready?
And no stun happens. But we still get through the Nami Torrent just fine because we were on a bird.
We've got this.
Oh, I hope that is right, Ogden. I really do. Okay, we need to start generating kinship on somebody else. Maybe this Rathian? Or do I just go back to a bird? I think I just go back to a bird. Yeah, we're about to get a knockdown. So,
Let's go.
bird does that. I sweet spot here. I wanted to go for a blast, but I sweet spot here. So this is a speed attack incoming. So I need a tech sweet spot. And now we're poised to get the knockdown on this turn. Yep, we just need a tail stun and a quick shot, and the knockdown is ours.
Might be in trouble.
Okay, so bird can go ahead and use tail stun. I have nothing to do other than a standard attack. I don't have stamina for anything else. And I don't have any means of gaining stamina for anything else. So yeah, we just let this go as is.
Classic. Nice job.
You're on a roll.
All right. Keep it up.
Bird can use tail stun. That is fine. Though I need to speed sweet spot. Because by the look of things, if we get a stagger while it's in this depleted mode, then we do not get a Nami Torrent. Whereas if we do not get a stagger, then we do get a Nami Torrent. And frankly, I don't want a Nami Torrent. So I think we sweet spot here because that should get us the stagger. Even if Chirpy has elected to fail a head-to-head. And that lost us Ogden for a bit.
This will do it.
And yeah, Stagger seems to skip the Nami Torrent regardless of whether or not it's even coming. So now time to start generating kinship on other bird because we've got a tech attack incoming. I can't do anything other than a standard attack, so let's double with our bird. Be real nice to get some more blast procs, game. And I think we got a sweet spot here. I think this is a Nami Torrent. Yeah, it looks like it. Which means I need to hop on somebody who's got full kinship, which is Bird.
Ready?
And we go for the tail stun just in case. Worst case scenario, that tail stun is some Wyvern Fell generation. I would like to see the Namielle's Wyvern Fell gauge a little lower than it is right now, if we're being honest. It's not low enough that I can do much about it. And then we swap back to this bird, get a tail stun going. I will sweet spot, and that should get us a stagger. Do I want the stagger right now? No. No, I don't. I quick shot. Hey, we got the stun. Saved Ogden.
That helps.
We've got this!
Again, Ogden, I hope that's true. So this is a Nami Torrent, but it's the one that's delayable. And boy, do we want it delayed. So Bird's going to tail stun that, and that should get us the delay. And I'm going to just do a standard attack at the wing, because that's all I can do. Okay, yeah, since that was the fast Magnificent Trio, we absolutely get the delay, and also we got a stun anyway. And hey, we got a blast applied.
Now's your chance.
So yeah, Nami Torrent has been delayed by 2 turns. We love to see that. Ogden is going to win this double. That's totally acceptable. And I'm going to sweet spot because we've already got a blast up, and we want to generate more Wyvern Fell. Nice, we got poison applied. And now we cannot delay this Nami Torrent anymore. So it's time to get upon Rathian. And what we can do is we can Toxic Sweep and hope to turn that poison into Nox Poison, which... I mean, hey, that would be nice. No Nox Poison, though. So there's our Nami Torrent. I like that Chirpy evaded that, and apparently so did Ogden, so they got through there. Venom Surprise is going to stop anything this Namielle wants to do. That is excellent.
Counting on you.
And this bird is going to get up to full kinship. And between the Venom Surprise and the Tail Stun, we will be sweet spotting on a knocked down Namielle.
Okay! How about that?
I guess the Tail Stun is also going on a knockdown Namielle. That is great.
Good one.
Ideal even. Though now I'm stuck doing a standard attack. But it's a standard attack that has a chance of reapplying Blast.
You're on a roll.
No Blast.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
But now we've got a bird with full kinship. That's nice. Looks like it is time to break out a Rathian for a Toxic Sweep.
Let's go.
And let's sweet spot, which should get us our stagger. And there we go. No Nami Torrent to worry about during this depleted state.
All right. Keep it up.
And I think I will just let the Rathian use Solar Cry here. Getting her closer to being mountable again is good. And I have to just use a standard attack, so fingers crossed for blast.
Hey!
All right. Ideally,
Down.
good. The Namielle's going for not my Rathian. She wants to use Solar Cry. I'm going to make her use Toxic Sweep because we should still get full kinship from this. And I'm going to Sweet Spot. Yep, full kinship. Nice.
Come on, everyone.
So now I have to swap to a bird. Start gaining kinship over there. And also win this head-to-head. In fact, we're going to use a double because I don't have stamina for anything else, and I would love to see more blast. No blast.
That helps. All right, keep it up.
And this is a Nami torrent we cannot do a single thing about. So we are going to get on a bird.
Let's go. Ready?
And go for the tail stun just for that bit of Wyvern Fell.
Oh no.
Sorry.
And Ogden's down for a bit. Not a fan of that. Okay, so now we either get the stun or we lose one of our hearts. Hopefully we get the stun. No stun. So we lose a heart. We now have no safety net whatsoever. Good news is we're going to get a stagger here. Though, is that good news? And yeah, I don't have anything. So we get the stagger here, and then what? Because we've got a Nami Torrent. Well, I guess it'll delay the Nami Torrent by 2 turns, giving us more time to get more kinship. So yeah, we work as hard as we can to lower the Wyvern Soul gauge. That's what we do. So, stagger, delaying the Nami Torrent.
All right, keep it up.
And now we've got a speed attack incoming in my Monsty slot. That is not ideal because this is kinship generation that does not go to one of my that doesn't go to this bird specifically.
Let's go.
So, yeah. Literally any other slot the Namielle could have attacked would have been better. But we're still not out of this. Because we can do enough Wyvern Fell that we might be able to get the knockdown before having to worry about the Nami Torrent and Nami Blast.
Getting rough.
In fact, if I hop on this Rathian and we do a double kinship, we'll get the knockdown. If I don't hop on the Rathian and do a double kinship, we probably still get the knockdown, and that way I get more kinship to use later. If Ogden wasn't using Venom Surprise on his own right now, I would absolutely double kinship, but I don't think I need to. I think we'll be okay without it.
Okay. Got him.
Yeah, we'll absolutely be okay without it. We're golden. I want to try for a blast with a quick shot. But I know in my heart Sweet Spot is the smarter thing to use right now.
Now's your chance.
Quick shot could make this end faster. But we're in a great holding pattern.
We're on a roll.
And if we can just keep things consistent, then yes, Ogden, we've got this. Do I go for... No, I think I quick shot here. because then we can get the stagger after it gets up.
Good one.
No blast.
Classic.
Yeah.
That helps.
Okay. Let's tail stun. Let's not tail stun. That'd be robbing Ogden of his kinship generation. And I can't sweet spot, so we just use a standard attack. And there's the stagger. No blast. Bird's full on kinship. Now we need to start building kinship on somebody else. Do I bring this Rathian in? No. No. We make more bird kinship go. The birds are the most important part. And it's kind of not even close. The Gypceros are what enable this strategy. Because tail stun has priority and sometimes gets stuns. It's kind of hilarious that purple Gypceros is the key to fighting super high level stuff. We have a power attack incoming, so yes, speed sweet spot. Nice, we got a poison. The more poison we have rolling, the better we do. Admittedly, I'd like to have more than just poison rolling, but it is what it is. We will let Bird use Composure, and I will use a power sweet spot.
All right.
Thank you.
Dang, Bird's got Wyvern Fell L. So this is a Nami Torrent, but we can delay it so that we get more no, it's not a Nami Torrent. Never mind. This is a head-to-head that we can win. And yeah, we want to win it. There's always the option to not win a head-to-head, or at least to not win it with a skill. I could have swapped to my other bird and had it do a standard attack, but then there would have been no kinship generation. And with that venom shot coming from Chirpy, we would have gotten the stagger anyway. So yeah. And we're going to go ahead and sweet spot.
Excellent.
Good going.
Poison continues to roll. And this is a Nami Torrent that we cannot do anything about, so we have to get on somebody who's got full kinship. And the answer is Bird.
Ready?
Get a tail stun going. So unfortunately, this Namielle is still a little bit high on its Wyvern Soul. I would have liked to see it lower. But Ogden's around, so he can save us. And in fact is saving us with Venom Surprise. Excellent. So we'll get a tail stun going, and I am going to sweet spot because this thing will probably be knocked down before my turn. Right? How much does Venom Surprise do? Is it 2 or 3? I think it's 3. If it's 3, then we're not wasting the sweet spot. If it's 2, then we would be wasting the sweet spot, and I would rather use Quick Shot. I think it's 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna risk it.
How about that?
Okay, that's not enough. And actually, no, we did need sweet spot. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten the stagger. Then again, we would have gotten the stagger the turn after, and that would have been totally fine. But now we need Bird to actually use an attack, not Composure. And I need to use just a regular attack because I can't afford anything else.
You're on a roll.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have not gotten any blasts in a good while. And unfortunately, Namielle's going for my Bird. That's not ideal. But we can go for a Toxic Sweep here. And we can also go for a Sweet Spot.
Counting on on you.
That helps.
Come on, Nox Poison. No, yes, we got Nox Poison. Nice. Nox Poison is twice as fast as regular poison.
All right, keep it up.
Okay, do we let the Rathian Solar cry on her own, or do we bring back in the bird? I think we bring back in the bird.
Let's go.
Yeah, because that also gets us Wyvern Fell generation. And looks like I am back to doing a standard attack with just my bow. I can do a speed attack to double with Chirpy. Yep, we got the stun, so it's not a double. But we also got the blast. Nice. We might win if that blast goes off. The Namielle's getting low enough.
Calm
No,
down.
it's not low enough yet. Okay, so now I have to quick shot and we need a tail stun. We need 2 priority moves to get this stagger so we don't lose a heart right
Counting on
now.
you.
So thankfully I have the stamina for a quick shot. I haven't needed a quick shot in a while, but we need it here. And there's the tail stun for the stagger. No heart lost this turn.
Counting on you.
That helps. Now's your chance.
Okay, back to this bird. We need to get it back to full kinship. And I guess I'm no, bird used tail stun. But I'm still power attacking with my bow because I can't apply standard poison while there's Nox Poison, and I thus have nothing else to do. So we're just gonna double with the bird. Nice unnecessary stun.
You did
Wait,
it.
we got it! That blast was enough! Namielle down!
Your Highness.
Yeah, I'd say.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was something to behold at level 10.
Oh dear.
Okay, so. Apparently slaying Elder Dragons makes your battle allies get a permanent buff, so I'm gonna have that advantage going into the main game.
Your Highness.
But in the meantime, I am going to go to a base camp and immediately drop a hard save. Just to be super ultra sure that we get to keep that kill. And yeah, Crab, I don't think the entire game is going to need this level of foresight, because the entire game is not going to be Elder Dragons fought while you are level 10 and they are level 75. But now that we have defeated Namielle, we need to get Namielle's. And there's our first one.
All right.
Okay, I think if we go over here, we'll have an easier time getting to the other dens. I wonder if it's guaranteed that your first egg grab after beating an Elder Dragon is said Elder Dragon's egg. Yeah, Crab, it is going to be interesting seeing how the normal fight goes when you're not super underleveled. But considering we know that Elder Dragons give Deco a special decoration if you beat them without needing to repel them at all, there will absolutely be reason to go back and beat Namielle again. And yeah, Curbster, beating Namielle in the demo is certainly a time. Definitely feels good to get it down. But all of the resets and the struggle to get it to that point is rough. So if you want and like the challenge, do it by all means. But otherwise, maybe don't. I've got a friend who's, I think, favorite monster, second favorite, something. One of their, like, top 3, I know that, is Purple Gypsyros. So the fact that Purple Gypsyros is the key to all of these super ridiculous fights in the demo, I know they're laughing about it. Hey, we got a second Namielle. So many spiky boys in these dens. And there is one more den in the lake area where Namielle eggs can be. So let's try to get a third Namielle before we hatch anything. So fun fact, the reason this stream is numbered 4.5 and not 5 is because I was thinking if I didn't get the Namielle down during this stream, then I would just unlist the stream and have it be around as unlisted. But I got it, so we're keeping this up. Anyway, it is time to hatch some elder dragons because I don't want to bother with making more nests appear just yet. Let's look at my eggs. Hey, look at that. We've got a whole bunch of stuff that I do not want to keep because I was thinking that I would go into the full game with a full complement of eggs for species that I did not have in my stables. But that was before I decided, hey, actually, I'm going to try and beat Namielle. So, I need to manage monsties. Okay, since I've beaten Namielle, I don't necessarily need 3 Dread Queens, but then again, if I want to get more Espionage gear before the full game comes out, maybe I do need 3 Dread Queens still. I think what I get rid of is, unfortunately, one of my birds. And I think we get rid of the water bird. Or do we? No, the water bird was good for fighting Espionage. I guess we get rid of a not water bird, even though both of them have at least 2 bingos. This one's only got 2 bingos, though. Whereas this one has 3 bingos. They both have 3 bingos. Never mind. One has bingos in power, and the other has bingos in tech. Considering Purple Gypsyros is a power monster with a power skill, I think we get rid of the tech one. Even though the tech one is apparently the one that I had carry me through Namielle. Hang on, that feels rude to get rid of the one that carried me through Namielle. So I guess we get rid of this one. Even though this one is arguably probably better. Yeah, I didn't use this one because it's got proactive stamina tendency. So yeah, sorry bird, but you're going away so that I can get Namielle's. Behold, an ugly little thing. Cool, comes with exactly 1 gene. Nami Torrent. Something tells me that Nami Torrent used as a tech attack is not going to be nearly as potent as the AoE Nami Torrent used against me. And these two are going straight to habitat restoration. I think it might be to my benefit to put them into Sun Petal Plains and Broadleaf Basin, because that gives me the highest number of places to get Namielles from. Yeah. That gives us a higher chance at getting more eggs per reload of dens. And then, after we've got Namielles in all of the places, that is when we go for raising them to S. So, releasing a Namielle into the wild. Surely this will cause no problems whatsoever. Considering how hard... Wait. What? What? It raised the thingy, but it didn't put Namielle in the place. Do I need to release enough to get it past C or something? Because these aren't all locked. Yeah. Toby's unlocked, so it should let me remove the Toby for Namielle, right? Where did my Namielle go? Oh, we didn't even hit C. That's why it went nowhere. Got it. I understand now. No, we want the Namielle, not the Toby. Fire Toby can be nice with Heat Shimmer, but we want Namielles in more places. Okay. Actually, let's ride around on our spiky boy. And now all of these dens can theoretically produce Namielles. So let's see if we can make that theory be reality. Because now that Namielle is beaten, this has become a raise Namielle to S rank everywhere stream. Well, that ain't gonna be a Namielle. I guess I should have kept the first Dread Queen. Either way, we're going to throw this egg in the trash. If it's not a Namielle, we're not keeping it right now. So I guess if we get a Rathian, we're forced to keep that because it's an endangered species egg and you're not allowed to drop those. And it occurs to me that I should eat the gathering meal before going into any further dens, just in case I can get my hands on more vital essences. Because if I want to get another Espinas kill in the demo, then I'm going to need vital essences, probably. And maybe even a surrogate gem. So let's go to the camp again and have us a gathering meal.
Just a second.
Shall I?
I feel lucky. Yes.
Okay, we got barrel felines, but those don't matter. I'll care more about them once I've got a Namielle I'm trying to actually level. But that ain't right now. Fingers crossed for Namielle or otherwise just not Rathian. Namielle eggs are what we want, but failing Namielle eggs, what we want is not Rathian, because not Rathian we are allowed to throw back on the floor. And I gotta say, it feels really good to have gotten Namielle down. I'm still riding that high. Though I'm not riding a Namielle. But, yeah, just real satisfying getting such a challenging fight down. And, like, sure, I didn't use my own research or strategizing or anything. Well, the strategizing was moment to moment. I actually barely looked at the cheat sheet because it turned out that it wasn't exactly accurate for what was happening. But I did use some of the tips that it gave. Like, for example, when in doubt, use Sweet Spot.
All right.
As well as what weaponry to bring and all that. Though admittedly, on the kill run, this gun lance did nothing except for waste our stamina on turn 1. So, yeah. Oh, I've also defeated some green Plesioths off stream, which is why this spear tuna is level 2. Basically, I've upgraded everything that can be upgraded without either more Brachy or more Espinasse parts. But let's get a cut weapon. Just to have one weapon of each flavor. Yay, another Namielle egg. The more Namielle eggs we find, the better.
All right. Stop.
And who knows, maybe releasing all of these Namielles into the wild is totally fine because they're not threatening at all until they become fully grown adults, and that takes like 1,000 years or something. Maybe all I'm doing is absolutely destroying this nation many, many generations down the line. Ooh, that's the most potent Namielle egg we've found yet. Yeah, this is a future Azuria problem that I'm making.
All right.
Present day Azuria is going to be totally fine with all of these Namielles running amok in the wild, when we know that one Namielle was at one point enough to basically boil all the water in the lake away or something. It made the lake run dry once. Okay, well, we do have one means of dropping this Rathian egg. And it is Spider.
Let's go.
It's a strong one.
Egg dropped. Ooh, double X-Bots. Chances are very good that we get to come out of here with 2 Namielle eggs. Yeah, Curbster, maybe in 1,000 years there will be a hunter who rises to slay all of these wild Namielles. And they're going to be decked out in some really nice armor. Alright, there's a Namielle egg. Good news, we don't have to care about the quality of Namielle egg, we just have to care that it is a Namielle egg. Quality comes later. And 2 Namielle eggs.
All right. Go!
I wonder what the buff for beating Namielle was. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe it'll say in my hunter's notes. Nope, that's just about the exposed condition. And hey, we can look at all the Namielle elements. So this is standard water. Sure is a Namielle. Lightning is lime green. Kind of like that ice blue. Dragon red sure looks edgy. And normal sure is gray. And that Namielle's red and orange makes it look like some kind of salamander. Neat. We need to get back to more dens that are still in this general vicinity. And how am I doing on eggs right now? Get out of here, Dread Queen. Get out of here, Espinas. Get out of here, Spider. We've got 5 Namielle eggs. That's an early spider. But if it hasn't noticed us yet, which it hasn't, we can get out no problem. If it had noticed us when we got this egg, then we would have had to fight it to get out with the egg. I would win, but it would be annoying. Fighting a spider at night takes longer than I would like it to, and does have some risk. So many different flavors of Rathian. And we are stuck with the spider egg. If I can get out before that bird touches me, then great, we can drop it through the menu. Otherwise, we got to drop it through escaping. Admittedly, the menu and escaping from battle take probably about the same amount of time. But one feels like it takes less because we don't have to get into a battle and then run from it. Also, incidentally, every single monster in this demo has been defeated by this point. I have seen video of the world first Garuga kill, or at least the first recorded non-cheated one. But Garuga is the one monster in the demo that they did not at all account for being killed, because there is no reward for doing so, and it doesn't even despawn on the map. Whereas Espinas, you beat that, it despawns, you get its loot, you get Espinas eggs, potentially, if it runs away. Namielle, you beat that, its eggs get unlocked. Everything but the Garuga, if you defeat it, something occurs. But the Garuga, nope. It's effectively the same as if you never defeated it. Oh boy, we get 2 Namielle eggs, probably. Not guaranteed, but very likely. So yeah, because Garuga gives no benefit defeating it in the demo, that is a challenge that I will not be going for prior to the full game launching.
Right.
Feels funny grabbing all these Namielle eggs when I have stated and fully mean that Namielle is going to be just a bench warmer in my stables until it is no longer out of reach for what I could have in the main game. Like, Dread Queen we can get in the demo without any effort. Like, that is... We're given all the tools to get Dread Queen in the act of completing the demo intended. Namielle eggs? Not so much. Oh boy, 2 more Namielle eggs probably. It's kind of neat that the first run on Namielle where we got the turn 1 stun ended up being the run where we won the whole thing. Really telling what an advantage that turn 1 stun gives. And boy did we need it, because by the end we were out of hearts to lose and out of ways to regain hearts. So yeah, we actually needed the turn 1 stun to win on that particular run. It is, again, possible to win on runs where you don't get it, but you're much more reliant on RNG. We already had a few turns where RNG really mattered. Not too many, but a few. And yeah. And now I'm having myself some tea while I mash X to get more egg. The tea I am having is specifically some stuff that I very much like. I love this stuff. I use it basically to reward myself for a job well done, or for when I'm trying to do things that are difficult to give me motivation, which, hey, look, that's what I'm doing tonight. The reason I only use it on such special occasions is it ain't cheap. You can get it from Amazon for too much for what it is, honestly. But I've got a local Asian supermarket that one time I went there, they had it on sale where I was able to get 6 packs for the same price as 2 from Amazon, which, yeah, it's nice. It is specifically Nito's Royal Milk Tea Strawberry flavor, which it's Assam tea with milk and strawberry flavoring, and I like things that are strawberry flavored quite a bit. So this stuff is pretty much perfect to me, especially because the royal milk tea standard flavor I developed an affinity for while I was living in Japan, because it was one of like 2 flavors of hot tea they had in vending machines. And on really cold nights, again, I'm from Southern California, cold is not really a word in my dictionary. Like last night was bitter cold for San Diego in that it got just below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. We only get a couple nights a year that get that cold here. But over in Japan, you know, it gets cold enough to snow sometimes, even in Tokyo.
All right.
So yeah, on those cold nights, I would, on my way home from my classes, I would get a thing of hot tea and use it to keep my hands warm and also to warm my belly. And I didn't originally care too much for the flavor of the royal milk tea, but the positive memories of getting through those cold nights with it and the flavor grew on me. And now I love the stuff. It hits the nostalgia bone. And having that in strawberry flavor, what's not to like? Anyway, here are 12 Namielles. This one must have been the, oh no, this one was still fairly potent. Soul Kinship L, nice. I believe that increases kinship gain. Ooh, and we've got a mysterious rainbow gene that doesn't give anything here. Do rainbow genes just exist to give bingos for anything? I guess so. I just noticed this Monsty rank is 7 stars. Isn't Dread Queen like 9 stars? Oh, what do we have here? Panacea. Neat. I wish we could see what those things do from here. But no, we gotta go into other things. To the Manage Monsties menu. Inflict rate up L. That'd be a nice gene to have on, say, a Gypsaros or an Espinas. So, let's see. What is Panacea? Yep, low chance to... oh, not yup. I didn't guess what that was. Low chance to negate all abnormal status effects. Low chance at L. Sounds like a kind of wasted gene slot. Anyway, let's release a dozen Namielles into the wild where surely no problems will be caused. 5 of them here right now. Okay, so 5 Namielles gets us an S, even when they're level 1. Let's actually... oh, I can't unlock the Rathian. Oh well, I wanted to unlock the Rathian, but I guess we'll just get rid of Plesioth. Yeah. And then we will go somewhere else and release more Namielles. I believe Blightstone Woods, because that way we can get Namielles from any den we go to. Those cuckoos there are accidental. I did not mean to release them here, but I oopsed, and there's no way to tell them to stop being here without getting 5 monsters here. Anyway, there go 5 Namielles. And then we'll do our last 2 Namielles in the Sun Petal Plains, mainly because Sun Petal Plains gets way more dens than Mirror Lake does. And now we've got 2 more places to look for Namielle eggs in. So I spy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 dens that could have Namielles in them right now. So we shall visit them. And our food buff is still going for plenty long. Nice, 2 egg spots. That'll be 2 Namielles for us. Unless we get horribly unlucky. And actually, I was saying it would feel wrong to release the monsties that helped us beat Namielle. But now that we've got Namielle unlocked, it actually has made every monstie that we hatch from now on better for it. Because of the region buffs. So literally every monstie that we have is worse than it could be if we hatched it after beating Namielle. It can be argued that that's actually for the best, and that we should keep what we've got right now because of that. Because otherwise we'll have an advantage in the main game that we wouldn't otherwise have.
All right.
That is an argument that can be made. Actually, I'm just real curious. Where does it say? It doesn't say. Maybe in the Monsterpedia. I want to see the Monstie rank. But I guess this doesn't show it. Am I sure that it doesn't show anywhere here? Ah, Monstie rank 3, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 is tied with Dread Queen. Got it.
Yes.
Of course, I'm already going to have an advantage in the main game that I wouldn't have otherwise, because my partners will have the benefit that they got for beating Namielle. Ooh, highly potent Namielle. And I believe I heard that normal type Namielles get Solar Cry, which, I mean, hey, kinship generation is nice. I mean, we've kind of proved that. Kinship generation and Wyvern Fell damage are the 2 most important things for beating monsters that are very difficult, especially if they're higher level than you. Stuck with a purple Gypsaros. still amuses me that it is purple Gypceros specifically that is key to the strategies of beating such difficult monsters. Of all the things to be the key, I never in a million years would have guessed that purple Gypceros would be the monster that you want to bring. But having a priority move that sometimes stuns is real nice. It's kind of funny. The potency of an Espinasse egg doesn't matter at all, as far as I've seen. I've hatched a few dozen, and not a one of them has hatched with a gene other than just the standard Espinasse species genes. So as far as I'm aware, at least in the demo, the rarity of an Espinasse egg, or the potency of it, means nothing at all. Hey, we got surrogate gems. Now I just need to find another chest with vital essences, and I will be equipped to take on another Espinasse at some point. There we go, got another Namielle. Thankfully, that bird should not be able to reach us in time.
All right. Go!
Also, while I may not have done my Espinasse, or not my Espinasse, well, I didn't do Espinasse on stream, but whatever. Got that one on my first try. Was kind of lucky. But, I didn't do my Namielle repels on stream. And I didn't do them using the same strat as I did the kill with. But I did the kill on stream, which proves that I can do the repels, because the repels are just the same thing, but easier. Like, it's the same fight, but the AoEs are less frequent.
All right.
So yeah, it's way easier to handle. So just imagine I was doing what I did, only it was easier the whole time. And there you go. Now you have seen me beat, or seen me repel Namielle. No mods, no cheat engine, no nothing. Totally legit Namielle kill. And my repels were just as legit. Not that I can prove it. But you can assume it.
All right. Go! Hold on.
I have no means of proving that my Espinasse kill was legitimate and done on my first try, but I'll say that it was because it was. I can't prove it, but I don't have cause to lie about it.
All right.
If I expected to get it on my first try, I would have at least recorded the attempt, but I thought I'd have to do a few attempts of learning, and I didn't want to just completely obliterate my storage space with 4K 60 recordings. 4K 60 uses a lot of storage space.
All right. Go!
Yay, another Namielle egg.
All right.
I wonder if some insane person is going to try the Namielle fight enough to actually get the one and done and figure out what the heck deco it gives for it.
All right. Go!
I wonder how much RNG that would require. I know I'm certainly not going to be that insane person. There is no benefit to killing Namielle a second time unless you get the one and done. And I don't even want to imagine trying it.
All right.
Yeah, I am not going to fight Namielle again in Stories 3 until such a time as it is level appropriate. I have had enough of fighting that thing for now.
Hold on.
The only reason I'm even considering fighting Espinasse again before the full game releases is just so that I can have all of the Espinasse gear. Even though, funnily enough, oh, we are stuck with this unless... Can I run into one of those barrel feline? No, they're all gone. If I could enter combat with a barrel feline, I could have gotten rid of this egg, but I can't. But yeah, the thing I was saying, funnily enough, the Espinasse hammer is actually kind of a downgrade over the Gypsyros hammer. They both have sweet spot, which is important, but the Espinasse hammer has worse wyvern fell damage, which is the most important thing when going up against things that are higher level. Like, yeah, if we were fighting something at our level, the Espinasse hammer would easily win. But fighting higher level things, the Gypseros hammer just completely buries it. Because having higher Wyvern Fell is all that matters when it doesn't matter if the weapon has higher damage numbers. If all you're doing is 1 to 3 damage per swing. Anyway, let's hatch these eggs we've got.
Whoa.
A Namielle. Which, yep, comes with Solar Cry. Another Namielle. And another Namielle. A Zappielle. Which comes with Adamant Rage. I don't know what that is. This one almost got a bingo. If that rainbow was in the top slot instead of the left slot, we would have had a bingo. Dang, that's a bunch of genes. Got both Soul Kinship L and Panacea L. And yeah, we get plus 3-star attack on every Monstie we hatch now that Namielle is down. And that is why they are now better. Everything we hatch is better for having had the Namielle kill in this region. Stamina boost L, that would be a really nice thing to have on somebody else. And there's a Lightning Rathian. Alright, let's get these Namielles into the wild, where they belong. And also this Rathian, for good measure. Alright, so that gets Namielle to S here. And then we just have one more place to S-rank those Namielles. We can keep 3 of them. What is this one? Stamina Boost XL and Tenacity L. Dang, we are actually keeping that one. That one's genes are too good to get rid of in the demo. We actually don't need to release another into the wild, but whatever. There. Goodbye, Namielles. Hooray for S ranks everywhere. We only have one monster who is not an S rank anywhere. What would I replace that cuckoo with? Actually, I kind of want to replace it with Velocidrome. Because I kind of want to get... like, all the monsties that I don't have in my stables, I want to get in their standard default element colors. As eggs to hatch as soon as we get into the main game. Because we can go into the main game with 23 monsties and 12 eggs in our stables and inventory. Which, when there are, what? We've got 10 species of monstie here. And then... are all of them different here? Dang, they are. There's no overlap between these two zones. So 15... plus 2 Plesioths. So 17. And then looks like Paolumu is the only new one here. So there's 18 different species we can get from eggs. So yeah, we can absolutely have at least one of every species actually in our stables at once. Neat. Anyway, that, having gotten those Namielles to S everywhere, what do our companions want to say? Ah.
Uh-huh.
Yep, gotta send invasive species back to their dens. Mm-hmm. It's a shame they don't even spawn in the other invasive monster. Because we know there's another invasive species that'll be guarding an endangered species egg up here in the full game. Or, no, it's not up there. Or is it? Yeah, it's up there. Ish. Yeah, pretty sure it's there. Either way, there's another invasive species that'll be here, guarding another endangered species egg. But they don't even spawn it in the demo. So we just have no means of knowing what that endangered species is going to be yet. We could have had a 19th monstie in the demo. But no. Or I guess a 20th monstie, because also we've got Ratha. And just for curiosity's sake, if we come here and we go to forge/upgrade armor. Okay, so the stuff we got from killing Namielle is certainly not enough to upgrade it. Would have been nice if all we needed was the webbing and the tails to get the upgrade, but no. Whatever it takes to upgrade this, we are not getting for some time. Because we are already well beyond what we're supposed to have at this point in the game. I think it can be argued that, yeah, we were expected to be able to get Kuyu without too much issue. Edel armor came from, like, side quests. So everything up to here, we were absolutely expected to be able to get in the demo. Everything higher than this defensively is probably, or everything up to here, to 42 defense. Everything higher than 42 base defense was probably a, maybe they'll be able to get it in the demo. But I don't think they expected us to get it in the demo. So yeah. Anja armor probably weren't expected to defeat Anja in the demo, considering the level gap. Pink Rathian, same deal. Plesioth, green Plesioth, yup. Bracky, we almost certainly weren't expected to defeat in the demo. But it was doable. Espinas, we almost certainly weren't expected to defeat in the demo. And, I mean, Namielle armor we were expected to be able to get in the demo, but that's it. There's a reason that it starts at 52 instead of 98. Yeah. We have done far more than was expected of us. Also, I had planned to show off one of every flavor of Espinas once I got to the full game, before deciding that I was going to show off me trying to kill Namielle. And now I don't feel the need to get one of every flavor of Espinas, so I'll just show them off here. Hey, look, there's a fire Espinas. It looks like an Espinas. Hey, look, it's a water Espinas. I kind of like it in blue, but not too much. Like, it's weird. The wing membranes don't match the rest of it, and I don't like that. Thunder Espinas. I mean, it looks like a rose that hasn't bloomed or something. Ice Espinas is not available in the demo, but it sure looks like water, but lighter blue. Dragon Espinas, also not available in the demo, sure looks edgy. And normal Espinas we've seen because I've been riding around on one and used one in combat. Barely. I think it showed up on like 2, maybe 3 separate turns during all of my attempts. But yeah, he sure is a guy. He's spiky. And the reason I had a normal Espinas is because if you get normal Espinas to 100 stamina, you can have it use a move to give you a heart, which I was trying to rely on previous attempts. And I got it to give me a heart exactly once, and that wasn't enough to get me the kill. But anyway, I'm gonna try and stick to monsters of their default element because, I mean, that's the appearance they were designed with. It is cool that we effectively get subspecies looks instead of just having them replace, like, the accent colors like they did in Stories 1. But, yeah, most of my monsties, I'm going to try to go with their default look. Even if it is very silly. If you get a lightning pink Rathian, that is super pink. But yeah, for my main playthrough, I'm going to try and go for their default looks. I might get the non-default elements just so that I can steal their genes with the Rite of Channeling. Because that's really what you get for getting them non-standard elements, is you get special genes. But whatever. Anyway, that is going to be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. I'm glad I got this Namielle down on stream. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at the usual time for me streaming to try to prove myself a hero. See you then, friends.